Hello, everyone, and welcome to another horrific review. Dale and I are back as we look into all things spooky with Wellington Paranormal. Officers O'Leary and Minogue are led by Sergeant Maaka in the Paranormal Investigation Unit, a secret squad of the New Zealand Police Force. Dale, welcome back. But before we start this here, I think we have some more important things to talk about first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it was a secret project, and then you finally got things sorted out, but you're going to be movie of one of your stories is going to be out there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. So what's the name of the story first of all? Because remember that was all Secret Squirrel at the beginning.
Yes, so it's Undying Love, and it's a vampire story. So basically it's a short story. It's going to be made into a short film. We're looking, I think it's about 20 minutes or half an hour film or something like that. So it's about a mum and a daughter who are just playing on the deck, and all of a sudden the end of the world happens, and the daughter Jenny has something happens to her, so her life's on the brink, and mum has to make a decision. So that might be a hint of their vampire story, mum making a decision. So it could be quite interesting.
Yeah, and this is the one that was read out by Script Reads.
Yes, that's right. Script Reads
So
read it out. Yeah.
So it was currently out there at the moment. In fact, we shared it in last week's newsletter, but when I shared about your story or your film, we hadn't confirmed what the title was. That was being kept under wraps because I think there was a bit of back and forward going on, but it is going to be on Dying Love.
It is, and it's going to be being filmed in about October, around about then. So we're just crowdfunding at the moment. We have got most of the cast and crew now. We're just missing two main characters, but that shouldn't be hard to fill. So yeah, it's been an experience.
And it's being filmed in Australia, isn't that right?
Yes, it's been filmed in Australia. So it's a collaboration between New Zealand and Australia, which is a unique way of doing things. Yeah. So Clayton Ritchie, who is with Haunted House Entertainment over in Brisbane, so he read it out, and then he just said, no, it has to be a short film. So it was like, wow. I mean, secretly, every author wants their book to be turned into some sort of film. So, yeah, even if they say, no, I don't want it to be in a film, you're right.
I have one in particular. I have a short story in particular I'd love to be turned into a film. I think it would be quite naughty, though. It wouldn't be YouTube friendly.
Oh, well,
but
yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, wow. Yeah, you never know, though. So it's not a graphic horror, of course. It's so I'm not. Yeah, when I'm crowdfunding, I'm letting people know that it's not an extreme horror that they're going to be contributing to. But yeah, it is a program.
But even if it is, here's the thing. Even if it is, if people support you, they support you.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're right.
That shouldn't be, and this is what one of my bugbears about horror fans. They want the nice, safe horror, and they don't appreciate there's different levels and intensities. And then you've got the extreme horror group who only want, super at the other end. And it's like, friggin', there's nuances with all the genres and different methods of storytelling. Sometimes it works. Sometimes graphic nature works for the story because that's what it needs to tell it. Other times it'll take away from it. You can have a bloody mix as long as it's a good bloody story, which it is, folks. And check out I shared it last week. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter, by the way, make sure you are, because this is how I keep us up to date ahead of time. As soon as I have a little tidbit, I'm making sure you are informed before it hits the general interwebs.
Yes, that's awesome.
But bloody hell, mate, that's fantastic. Like, I am super stoked for you.
I'm still pinching myself 2 weeks later. It's been 13 days since I was asked, and I'm still pinching myself. Yeah, makes me go a bit gaga, but no, it's a process, and it's really, really good. It's fun. Because there are people out there who have big books that are turned into big feature films, and then that's all good and dandy, but you got contracts and copyrights and all this sort of stuff.
Unions.
Yeah, that's right. Whereas this way, we're doing it, not contractual as such, but it's more a collaboration of friends getting together and doing basically what Sir Peter Jackson was doing when he first started, right?
Yeah.
Everyone jumps on board. Some of the makeup artist, she's given us a massive discount because she's one of his crew members. So, massive discount on the prosthetics and all that sort of stuff, which is really, really, when people get together like that and just decide, oh, this is a great story, we'd love to have it done, and people get together and do what they can, so to make sure it comes to fruition and that it's going to be a good one too, because you don't want your story to be turned into a crap film. And I have 100% faith in Clayton. I've seen his videos, I've reviewed them all. He's actually a paranormal ghost hunter and / filmmaker.
We should get him on the show and interview him sometime.
We should. Yes,
you should interview him on your channel first.
Oh yeah.
And then we should do like interview one of the horrific chats.
That's such a great idea. Yeah. Definitely, I'll get him on.
Yep. So you do one on your channel.
Yeah.
Now you've branched into being an interviewer as well. You may as well make use of it. What's it? You are killing it at the moment, Del. Honestly.
Oh,
you're absolutely killing it, and I'm so happy. Honestly.
Oh.
Just remember, we have our wee 2-week thing. Don't forget about me.
Oh,
when you rocket off into the stratosphere.
No. You fill in my time while I'm writing this biography and waiting for the film as well. So
waste your time, don't you mean?
No, you're not wasting my time. I absolutely, you're giving me a chance to have fun, and also, catch up on movies I've never watched before, and it's especially Wellington Paranormal.
We've got another one to add to the list.
Oh,
it's called. It's not out yet. It's still being made. It's called The Raid. And it's starring Michael Biehn. You know the guy that played Kyle Reese out of the Terminator?
Oh yeah.
Yep. So and it's a zombie kangaroo movie.
That's right, because I shared it to my group. I saw it on your news, and it was the guy for the Terminator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's going to be on the list. We're going to be doing that at some point.
Wow. And I can't believe he's still around because he was such a great actor, but then he just kind of disappeared. After Terminator? I don't remember.
He was Corporal Hicks in Alien.
Yes, he was. Yep.
And he kind of something happened between Aliens and Alien 3. And I think he might have been a bit disgusted because it did him dirty.
Yeah.
They proper screwed him over with that.
And he was such a good actor in that. He really was, in Aliens. That's what made him. It's God. Wow, that's interesting. A kangaroo.
Kangaroo zombie horror. So there we go. Somebody messaged me and said that they were getting an autograph off him in the next week or so. I'm like, well, ask him, is it going to be a comedy horror? Tell him we need to know. Give us some goss on it so know what to expect.
Exactly. Give us some juicy details.
Yep. But talking about comedy horror, oh my God, these episodes are hilarious.
Oh my God, yeah.
I genuinely had a lot of fun with them.
Yeah.
Zombie Cops, oh my God, I think that's my favorite episode so far.
That is too. That one and the werewolf one. Yeah. Brilliant. Zombie cops, that's what we need. Yeah. Zombie armies, zombie soldiers.
Oh God, there's a film that Steve and I did, and it's called Frankenstein's Army, and that's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was a stupid found footage piece of guff. God, we were both disgusted. What we wanted to see was Russian zombie monsters fighting Nazis. That's what you want a big battle of. No, it was just a stupid found footage thing, and it was not even a good one.
God.
I'm totally disappointed.
Oh, I know how much you hate found footage.
It's the only found footage I have enjoyed, the only found footage film I've genuinely enjoyed is Deadstream.
Really?
I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I haven't seen that one
so
yet.
It's about a social media influencer who goes to haunted locations and sets all the cameras up and is streaming.
Oh, wow.
And it's absolutely hilarious.
What's it called?
Dead Stream. Dead Stream, all one word. Yeah. We reviewed it in the channel.
Choice.
But oh my god, that is hilarious. That's how you do found footage. That's how you make it. Because you're streaming live and cam, and you've got all the comments popping up and stuff, and he's really hamming up the influencer, like your classic, oh my god, people, oh my god, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And mixing it in with a bit of paranormal activity, and I'll not spoil it, but oh my god, it's brilliant. It's
wicked.
So I'm not against found footage. My problem is it's so contrived. The way it's done is so badly done.
It is, and it's overdone too. Yeah. So there has to be something special that's going to come out of it. I mean, what was the most famous? The first one was Blair Witch Project, right? And that blew everyone out.
They're still fighting over that, the actors.
No, really?
They're still fighting over getting money or something for it.
Getting paid more money for it.
But I don't know. I'm in two minds about whether it's genuine or not, because your first movie, it's a thing, you're paid so much for it. They didn't know it was going to blow up. No. And they didn't sign a contract to get residuals or anything, so they signed a bad contract at the end of the day. But it seems to be every anniversary they pop up again, so I'm wondering how much of it is, like, how come they haven't moved on?
Yeah.
What else have they done since?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? So if you've just held on that one thing, and like say Undying Love blows up.
Yeah.
And that's all you, and I know this isn't you, Dale, so that's why I'm able to say it, because I know you're just one direction and that's forward. But say that's all you held on to, rest around your laurels with that, and then just demanded money to appear despite what the agreement is. That'd be kind of sad, it would actually lose any sympathy. I have no sympathy for them now, because
neither.
I don't believe 100%. Yeah, they might have signed a bad contract, but at the same day, if this thing had just disappeared and didn't blow up,
it
wouldn't. It would just been a blip in the radar.
Yeah, so you're right. It could be a promotional sort of to bring it back into the universe for us to all to think about again.
The company does it.
You can only watch it once.
Yeah, I can't. I've never rewatched it.
Yeah, you can only watch it once. You can't get that feeling back again. Yeah, because it's already happened. We see Kevin at the end, and that's it. Yeah, but no, you're right. I mean, like contractually, that was their fault for not getting their lawyers to have a proper look at the contract. So hey, you can't chase a dream 20 years later. Get off your ass
25.
and do another film. 25 years later, get off your ass and do another film. Go and act somewhere else.
In 25 years, they should have had their own repertoire at this point.
That's right. That's right. They should be A-star actors, really, at the end of the day, considering it's been 25 years. They should have done something phenomenal with the publicity they got.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I said, it just something's a bit iffy about it, and God, Americans again, they ruin everything.
Yeah. There's a lot of American influence in this Wellington Paranormal I'm seeing now. So yes.
But we'll start off with zombie cops. I know we're going to, but we'll start off with zombie cops, and it seems to be the opening scene now. We're starting off with the briefing, which you know what? I'm cool with that. That's a good way. We know what's happening. It's almost like they're following daily thing, and the briefing's like, oh, my donuts are missing.
Yeah.
I definitely brought them in. Somebody, I would do that too, actually, to be honest. That's the unwritten rule. That's a declaration of war. You steal someone's food or lunch, that's it. You're knives out, pistols at dawn.
Yep. Blacklisted. Yep. People playing pranks on you. That's what happened. Yeah.
I'm not about I suppose it was when I was a kid, young and work. I played a prank and someone had their dolls and sent them like a hostage video, put it in their computer screen. But I remember getting in trouble for that, actually. So they took them all and put them in and put gags around them and stuff and help us.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. You're bad.
I am a disgrace. Oh. But
yeah, no, I do like their briefings. I really enjoy them. They're hilarious. But there is one video, one of the episodes here, where they didn't start with a briefing. So that was a bit of a, but that was quite comical. I like that. Somebody stole my donuts. Typical.
Yeah, he's proper losing it.
Yeah,
Maaka's really putting on the Maori accent. Like, it's been sort of held back, but he's really like laying it on.
Yeah, I'm thinking what's happened is he's had a little talking to, because the other two sound a little bit Australian, or maybe a bit of Australian mixed with Pommy sort of accent, and so there was no really Kiwiana voices coming through. But yesterday when I was watching Wellington Paranormal, even my husband said, "Oh my God, that's a thick New Zealand accent," and it was Sergeant Maaka, and it was like, well, he's obviously been directed right to amp up the Kiwi accent. I'm thinking, because seriously, the other two do sound like New Zealanders, but not really. They sound like posh it's Australian.
Received pronunciation of that generic TV accent, which I'm sorry if I'm watching. Now, obviously, it doesn't have to be full slang. Like, if I was to come on here and do full East Belfast, nobody would understand me.
No.
I can't even speak, like, fluent Northern Ireland anymore because I've been away that long. I never even really did. But if I was to go full Northern Ireland, you'd just be blank looks. It'd just be... And I learned that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really need to get someone else on here from the homeland and just be, even the subtitles would just be like, what the hell is this?
Awesome.
But
that would be awesome.
The reason that you watch localized or regional shows is you want a taste of that region.
Yes, absolutely.
I don't expect to hear my accent on another, listen to another region. The reason I'm watching that region is to get a flavor of that culture, including the accent and different terms and different words, because that it's like finding a new ingredient for a recipe.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So Kiwiana
like
accent and the different terms that are used, it's like, oh, what's that mean? I blame Yankistan, like, because they are that stupid and they want everyone to sound like freaking Southern Californian twat.
Yes, true.
Everything in media is being pushed. Even YouTubers. I hate it when I see YouTubers doing it. Start using, oh, this is garbage, man. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Fucking speaking your own words.
I know, some of them do it on purpose. I don't know why.
Because they're empty friggin' vessels. There's no bloody... it's like, we have different accents. We can speak to each other. We use different phraseology, but we understand each other and quite happily talk.
Yeah.
And the rest of the world can do that, except one particular country. And it annoys me when you see everything get homogenized because the stupid people can't keep up.
Yeah. No, it is. It's not a good look. No. Well.
But Sergeant Maaka, there's a massive difference in his accent. I was like, whoa, hold on. He's actually almost making a parody of himself. He's laying it on that thick. What's happened here?
Yes. Yeah. For even my husband, who wasn't watching it, but he could hear it, even for him to go, what? Wow, that's really Kiwi voice going on there. It was like, he's obviously been told to amp it up a bit, make it a bit more Kiwi. Come on, you're part Māori, make it look, authentic. So, it's great. It's great, actually. I liked it. I like the change. Yeah.
I was happy. Because like I said, that's what I'm looking for, if I'm watching. Also, I want to be able to, if I'm watching an Australian show, I want it to be an Australian show.
Yes, exactly.
And I want to see the differences.
Yes.
And I want to be able to go, oh, look at me, I'm so clever, I can tell. I'm not one of them generic people.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, but Australia it's a bit hard to tell an Australian accent from a New Zealand one sometimes because there's so many of us over there now that our accents have kind of mingled. So I don't know. It's really weird though, isn't it? With accents, you don't know you sound funny until
you get about us from the Scottish. You know what I mean? At times we blend, or Ulster Scots. We kind of blend
yes,
together.
you do.
The number of times I've been called Scottish, and what part of Scotland are you from?
Yep. I have people over here as well that we don't know if they're English. We don't know if they're Irish or Scottish, and it's not till they say a certain word that you realise that they're Scottish or they're Irish. It's a very delicate sort of thing, isn't it?
Yeah, but
it's good. It's good. So long as we can all understand.
Variety is the spice of life, as I say. That's that's it. I'm completely against homogenization. It really winds me up.
Yeah.
It's the beige, the beige crowd, they want everything beige or magnolia. That's all they want. Just the one, the cheap paint over everything. And I hate it because that is boring.
It is. Yeah.
But we meet O'Leary and Minogue's rivals. We've got I'm trying to think what's the show? Was it Beverly Hills Cop where they had the other two detectives always
I think so.
busting their balls?
Yes, it is. It
Isn't
was.
it?
Yeah. Beverly Hill Cops. Yeah.
Yeah, so your main the ones Axel Foley work with, the two main ones, but then you had the other two, and they're always needling each other and trying to one up each other.
Yeah. I like the way they actually did it on this because it's like it was an ongoing thing, even though it's the first time it was brought up in the whole series, right?
Yeah, so but it's just been introduced as if it's always been that way.
Exactly. That's brilliant. Yeah.
That's just good storytelling.
It is. And having the other two cops involved, because really it's only Parker who we get to see really interacting with them. But to see these other two cops now, and that was actually quite refreshing. It's like finally they're doing something inside the police station that's not quite right. So this is a doozy, this one.
Yeah, because that's where the marked difference between this show and what we do in the shadows. What we do in the shadows has a more expansive cast. So
oh hell yeah.
This is a bit more micro focused on O'Leary and Minogue, which is fine, but we're finding out though you can't really do, and I found out there's a 4th season now, so but you can't just have it with those two, you know what I mean? They run out of material very quickly with just the 3 of them. So
we'd get bored shitless. Yeah. I mean, how many stories can you make up with 2 people? Not very many.
No, it's that it. So having the introduction of these two is brilliant.
Yes. Oh.
What was the AC/DC line?
Oh my
god. Oh my god, I've completely forgotten now. Because these two are busting each other's balls and the bring somebody in, a suspect.
Yeah.
And they're interviewing him.
I can't remember what he said, but he said, I think he's got that,
OCD or ADHD. That was it.
Yeah, ADHD.
That's what it was. Because he was like, that's what it was, yeah.
AC/DC. Oh. I don't know how he made it into the police force.
I think that's the whole joke, though.
Yeah.
It's like, was it this one? There's missing people, so it's it's Minogue and O'Leary are sent out, and everyone else is sent for the missing cat, or what was it? The
missing Mazda.
Missing Mazda, yeah. So the entire department goes looking for a missing car, and everyone else is just Minogue and O'Leary are looking for the
Taniwha one. It's the Taniwha one.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they're showing, it's a joke, as in God, how does anything happen? Why isn't Wellington burned to the ground with these bunch of Muppets sort of thing? But that's slapstick comedy though, isn't it?
It is, right, but they're doing it in quite a different way. It's a unique way. It's not Americanized slapstick.
No, it's not. It's
no, nothing like that. No.
the only American comedy show that I genuinely loved back in the day was Sledgehammer.
Oh, Sledgehammer. Oh,
That was
Sledgehammer.
just bonkers.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
they were making fun because I'm not a big fan of police procedurals, or like you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
But this just parodied the whole thing back in the day, and I can kind of that's what I'm kind of enjoying as well, because it's sort of parodying the whole police. It's parodying the X-Files. It's parodying the whole police procedural thing. It's parodying the mockumentary. It's just
they're smashing it, right? Mm-hmm. They really are. Yeah, they're doing this and that and this and that. It's really cool, and pulling it all in together. And what I'm really loving about them is the individualized episodes. There's a beginning, and then there's a resolution, and that's just what an episode should be, right?
Yeah, instead of an episode or so, rather than
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool to stick that formula in, like 20 odd minutes. You can just picture us on a Friday night coming on, just you giggle for 30 minutes when you include the ads, you know what I mean? But you're half an hour of your life you're giggling and that was great, and you feel good about yourself for a while and go on with life. That's what these shows are meant to be.
Yeah, I know. Oh wow.
But yeah, sure enough, basically they brought a zombie into the police station, and I forget their names. I should have put them down. They bite the other two police officers.
Yes.
And
Donovan and Luepe or something.
Oh, yeah, because they're
Oh, hilarious! They were funny, weren't they?
I liked them.
Cops. Yeah, me too. I love their little jiggy dances they were doing. It was just like, cops don't act like that, but that's hilarious. What if they do act like that around each other?
I would say back in the day, I was loads of friends with the police and stuff. So yeah, get a few pints and flipping chaos and shows,
Yes, exactly. But no, it's great. It's really, really good. Those two characters, those cops, they were really, really well done. I really enjoyed the transformation of those two as well. Yeah. The makeup they used in this.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I was blown away. The eyes,
and once again, they're not just it's not just a turn, they've actually done the gradual makeup. So as they become more zombified, then they've added wee bits on, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, definitely.
But basically, once they turn into zombies, they just go out and do their job anyway, no different, which is a bit of a joke about the police.
That is something really cool, actually, that I haven't seen before in a zombie flick or whatever. Zombies going on and doing their just doing their day-to-day living. Yeah, that's a concept I haven't seen before. I mean, you've watched a million more movies than I have.
I've seen it in Warm Bodies, but that was a comedy as well. Okay. And I've seen it at the end of Shaun of the Dead, but once again, that was a comedy.
That's right.
There's one of the Resident Evil movies where we're starting to train one of them, but then it flips and starts munches one of the guys. Yep. That's it. Everything else is just rah.
Yeah. No, I really like their takes on the zombies in this episode. Especially a bit later with the kids.
The bit where they're just out in the middle of the day and they're like somebody, breathalyzer, like, say into this, eat my brains.
Eat my brains.
Because they need permission to do
it. I know, my God. That was so good. It's
I think you've seen Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
It's very Return of the Living Dead.
Right, yeah.
Because if you think about it, Return of the Living Dead, they got on the microphone and stuff for the ambulance, and sorry about it.
True.
You got one of them eyelashes just dangling there, and you just see it. Like takes up your whole bloody vision. Sorry about that.
Look it out.
I do, but I keep missing. I'm cursed. sorry, yeah, but they're a bit like Return of the Living Dead, but they're actually using the radio and stuff. Come here, it's all fine, and they're waving down cars.
You're
So
right.
I was getting a bit of that, and I'm like, fair play, why not? If you're going to mimic something, mimic the best.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, good one. Cool. Yeah, no, that was cool. That was really cool how they carried on like that, and the breathalyzers and pulling people over, and what's wrong with you, officer? You're not looking too well. Oh my God. Yeah.
And then this becomes apparent as more people, like, they put the zombie in the cell with the other one, so everybody's a zombie, and then it's like, maybe don't put anybody else in there.
Yeah.
Like you have to be told, like, your average constable, like, doesn't think for themselves or have any wit.
No, they have no idea what's going on, do they? They think they might be zombies, but then they're like, no, they're not zombies. It's like, oh God, blimey. Yeah.
Or we don't use the Z word.
Yeah, that's
as if
right.
it was like some, I don't know, racially charged or something. Oh, we don't use the Z word. Oh.
Yes, I know.
See this culture of the what word, this word, that fucking. It's that baby language again from Southern California.
Baby, like, yeah. It is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's killed entertainment. It's killed humor. And they're sort of making a joke about it. I think there's a bit of, like you said, there's a bit of a look into the zeitgeist. And I don't know whether they're bringing it in because they have to, or they're bringing it in to make fun of it.
I think it's to make fun of it, most definitely, especially later on in the Briannas.
Oh, yeah.
You see that thickly coming across, very, very thick. So, without a doubt, they're pulling in, they're mocking everything. They must be. They've got to be. There's no other reason, rhyme or reason to it, is there? Yeah. So they're making it. We've always had this thing about America over here in New Zealand. We try not to act like Americans, but we end up doing it anyway, because there's so much influence over here. So I think, it's just, we like to mock Americans. Sorry, Americans, but we do. We really do.
You deserve every bit of it.
They do. They're so funny. Well, as in, the things they do are kind of ridiculous. They make no sense to the person who's common sense. We have no idea why Americans do the things they do. And so we love to mock the shit out of them. Australia doesn't do it. They don't mock Americans, but we get away with it.
Yeah. I don't know what's happened to Australia. They used to be regarded as just laid back, not giving a shit, and they've become the most totalitarian people on the planet.
Getting there,
it's like, flipping calm yourselves down. What the hell?
Yeah, I know.
We used to look to you when we thought we were taking ourselves too seriously. You looked at the Aussies, you went, oh, right, I'm taking myself too seriously. Let's see something Australian. Okay, I feel better now. I'm back to normal.
Yeah.
That was the other side of I don't give a shit, which we all aspire to be, but because of British traditions, we can't, because we're, stick firmly wedged up there.
Yes. Oh, dear.
But they have super serious, and it's like,
I know.
It's I don't know.
Australians
it'll find its own grind. You know what I mean? It'll be a phase, and then come out the other side, because, like all phase, let's talk like this, let's act like this, and then everyone goes stupid for a while, and then finds their center and comes back, and we'll get a bit of normality for a while.
Yeah.
Till the next stupid thing comes along.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God. This is the second time they've made a joke about O'Leary in this. And it's very self-aware, because do you remember the one that made fun of her short hair and made it?
Yeah.
But this one that outright basically called her a lesbian and made a joke. And do you know what? I got the point. I looked her up, and she's got a wee lad and a hubby, so she's obviously not. But because she looks with the cropped hair and all. Like, she looks like a stereotype. And that's just the way she looks, by the way. She hasn't done this for the show.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had the point, because of this joke that was made, I had to go and look it up just in case.
Oh,
and if she had
okay.
been a lesbian, I'd have been very disappointed that if that's all she was playing with. But she's probably had lesbian jokes all her life.
Probably.
Just because of a trend of fashion.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't get away with that today. And this is only 2017 this all came out. So this is not even 10 years old. But you can get away with the humour in this now, today, because people will be jumping on you. The Rainbow Mafia be frigging beating down your door with their pitchforks and burning torches.
It'll be banned all over the world. It's like, what the heck? What, you can't make a joke anymore?
Yeah.
Far out.
But she's got, everyone's different, and she's got short hair. That's the way, that's the way she's styled and stuff. Looks best for her. Yeah. Cool. But she's not afraid, because there wouldn't have made this joke if she wasn't on board for it.
No, God,
because she isn't dressed up for this. You know what I mean? She hasn't cut her hair and looks. This is the way she looks. When you look at her, she's only done a few movies and that. She hasn't done that much, to be honest. But she's a comedian, and she's
wow.
She was a school teacher.
Oh my goodness! How cool.
So, you know what I mean? She's her own established, and it's her name. It's not actually a character's name. This is her name.
Yeah, that's right. They have their real names. Yes, which is really cool.
So it's more like a comedy skit. They're just playing, doing a comedy skit rather than acting parts, which is cool. But yeah, the lesbian joke, and she sort of plays with it, and I'm like, you don't get that today.
No.
And I'm like, fair play to you. And she gets the joke. She's probably been called this all her life because of just the way she looks and being mistaken and stuff. What was it? When I was like, you seem to be able to pick us up very quick. You're very on the ball. You're like dialed in, haha, I'm just like, bloody hell, that's it's. Do you remember back in the day the whole Xena the Warrior Princess thing, the Gabrielle and Xena thing, right? And that was never. It was always an underlying thing. Are they or aren't they? And it was playing with it. But of course, once again, fucking Americans, you have to tell us. You have to tell us. It's like, fucking, this has been a 30-year joke. Don't ruin it, you arseholes.
Oh, right. Yes. Oh my gosh.
There's such a thing as having fun.
Yeah.
And that's how people bond. And that's how people who are different bond, is through humor.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's like if people make a joke about me being violent and drinking a lot, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough. Just go with it.
Yeah.
Because that's the stereotype of us. So,
right. It is, yes.
And everyone's a borderline terrorist. That joke as well.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't get old very quick when you get rubber gloved in every airport.
Yeah. Yeah, God blimey. Gross. But yeah, you're right.
We had a special terminal in Heathrow if we were going back. All right, you need extra searched just for going back to Belfast. That's, I know it was born out of, but it just became a long-standing joke.
Oh.
But you learn to either get really uppy about it, or you play with the stereotype and you have a laugh. And actually having a laugh's what breaks down barriers.
It does. It does, especially when you can turn something horrific into something, a positive about things, and I don't know. It's just a mess. It's just a mess. I don't know what's right and what's wrong anymore. All I have to do is trust my own moral compass, and that's how I have to go about with life, really, because I don't know if I'm going to offend somebody. I don't know. I've got no idea. Do you know if you're yeah, exactly. You have to get to that stage, otherwise you're constantly walking on eggshells,
guess what you don't do? You don't make human connections.
No, you don't. You're just a face. Yeah.
And then everyone becomes siloed until, you basically become an isolated person because it's our human connections that make us get through life. It's what makes us more than what we are and experiencing things different than us.
Yeah.
But this whole, once again, it's back down to this homogenization of everything has to be all the same thing, and everyone must say exactly the same words or whatever the trend is this week. I don't buy that at all. I think you probably noticed I have a few opinions about it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to waste my time either fighting with those sort of people.
No.
Because that's a waste of effort too.
It is. Don't buy into it. Don't buy into it. Don't even argue with someone who's telling you you're racist or you're a fascist or just whatever.
I have 2 words, and the second one's off the people that got.
Yeah.
You know, and that's it. That's my official response. Just fucking do one. Honestly, I have no time for it.
No. Nobody does. Nobody does, really. It's just that people get bored. They've got no life and they just want to control other people. So, which is shocking, really.
It is relevant to this episode because there's a wee bit of, they play about a bit of racial stuff as well in it.
Yes.
Because we now get Parker.
Yeah.
It's got sort of seconded in, and he's going to be the bait. And they decide to use the rivalry between Donovan and Minogue, the two pairs against each other to basically get them to chase them. And then you've got Parker and Maaka, right? Pretend you're mugging me and doing this. And he's like, oh, you horrible. And you could just tell Parker's just being so awkward about it. Oh, you horrible brown person. Is, you know, and you know he doesn't mean it. And then Maaka straight away turns and goes, oh, you've been racist now? And he just falls apart. And you're like,
yeah.
That is such a parody of 2016. You know, that's where all this nonsense came to the head.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, it was quite cool. I love that part. Bait.
Yeah.
Parker, but you might not make it through it, but you might not survive. Yeah.
And then it's Maaka ends up getting into the car, like they're going to one side of the car to go out the other. I was so slapstick and daft.
Oh, I know. Jeez. But it worked. It was so funny. It worked.
Sorry, Chris, we were mid-rant there, so just so you back on.
Hi. And then he tells me he can't hear me for the last 44 minutes.
Oh, God, no, don't tell me that. That'll be... I think we're good. Yeah, but yeah, the whole playing up and then to find more zombies, millennial zombies, just once, and that was such on the nose joke, and it's so true.
It is.
To the day of everyone is stuck in the triangle or the rectangle.
Yeah.
I had a triangle phone. It was one of the Nokias. Remember the the weird shapes? I remember I had one that had the buttons down the side because it was for gaming, and then there was this weird triangle one. They used to make all these weird and wonderful phones. Some of them are awful. Oh yeah, I bought them all. I went and bought I went for the weird looking thing because why not? It was different. But it was horrible to use as a phone. I remember this one with the buttons down the side. But I remember the triangle one too. And yeah, so that's why I keep saying triangle phone, because I always remember that one. They're probably worth a fortune. I wish I'd kept it.
Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look that up. I've never seen it.
Yeah, weird and wonderful stuff Nokia came out with. And the other Motorola as well. Like they were like out competing each other for weird phones.
Oh my goodness. Far out.
But yeah, they're all in the back seat.
Oh, that was brilliant. I was pissing myself laughing at that scene. I just thought, oh my God, that stuff just nailed it. You know, millennial zombies. Yes. That was one way to keep them quiet. Let's play on their phones. Oh,
and I love the way every time we're in the car, it's like, shut up in the back there. Oh, sorry, force a habit.
Yes. Very good. Very good. They carried that on, yeah. Just something different. Yeah.
But I think the funniest joke, or one of the funniest jokes, is after all the debacle in the car, Maaka finds his donuts. He just put them in under his seat.
God. I thought he was a goner. And then I'm like, no, they can't kill him off. And then
can't kill Maaka off. He's brilliant.
Yeah, no, you can't. That was great. He found his donut. See, at the beginning, he lost his donuts, and at the end, he found his donuts. Such a simple concept, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the fact is, you remember from the start of the episode?
Yes, that's right.
There's loads of things. Like, there's multi-million-dollar productions that can't even do that level of continuity.
No. In 20 minutes? No. They need 2.5, 3 hours.
Yeah. But even with that, the end of the story is not like the beginning of the story. They've forgotten.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Excuse me. But yeah, that was just even bringing that little bit in about the donuts and what happened. I'm like, brilliant.
That's brilliant.
That's just clever writing.
Yep.
Storytelling at its basic.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Beginning, middle, end. Wraparound. Complete wraparound. Yep. This is exactly what you want. It's a short story made into a little skit, you know, to a little episode.
Yeah.
And they're so small. They're only like 21 minutes.
It's like flash fiction, isn't it?
Yes, like flash fiction. Definitely. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I haven't seen, you know, Gorilla Metropolitana, who I'm, you know, writing his biography for. I cannot believe how much he can fit in to a freaking 16-minute film. It's just unbelievable. This dude's a flash fiction, micro fiction.
I'm banned from watching his movie, Tampa.
That's all right. But I appreciate the storyline. I know people don't see the storyline, but I like the fact he can start a story, there's a middle and there's an end. That's it. 16 minutes, you know, and that's so I really appreciate this Wellington Paranormal that they do the individual episodes, because it's like reading or watching a short film, or it's like a microfilm.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Well, funny enough, the likes of Clive Barker, for example. The Midnight Meat Train is only about 5 pages. The movie was made from a short story of 5 pages.
No way! Oh my god!
And that's they made an entire movie out of. Stephen King's the same. Like there's Lawnmower Man's an example of that's only like 7 pages or something. Like they're tiny stories.
5 pages. That's like 1,500 words. It's flash fiction. Yeah. Ow. Maybe that's what they all started doing back then, with little short stories and stuff like that.
Well, they put anthologies out their own, and then obviously longer ones, shorter ones, and I kind of get it though. Because sometimes you don't have a thought, you know, you have an idea, but it's not long enough to be a novella or anything, and that's fair enough. But it still warrants it's a little bit of interesting reading, so why not?
Yeah.
But it's funny that it always seems to be a lot of the movies are made out of like really short stories. And it's the longer stories that they still haven't got June right. But then again, after me reading it again, Herbert was on drugs. So I kind of get it. I don't think he even got the story right.
Right.
Like June Messiah, that he just he's on the Columbia marching powder a bit too often because he's all over the show.
Wow, that's interesting.
So, and that's always the ones that have struggle, you know, trying to adapt.
Yeah, wow.
And it's never up that. People are still debating flipping it. And I can see merits in both. I did a whole deep dive, but it's the longer pieces, you know, the longer books that they struggle with, but the nice little short ones seem to be just poised for translation onto film for some reason.
I think what it is when you're writing a short story, you're writing it like it's a film, because you have to visualize it as a film. Otherwise, you can't get the images right. So even though it was that big, did you finally get to read it?
What was that? Yeah, sure. I did an episode where I compared the book the original 90s miniseries to the 2 movies.
Yeah.
So I did a whole stream on it.
Are they? They've adapted it differently than what I only made it halfway through it in the book. I couldn't. I don't like Stephen King. I'm sorry, but I don't like Stephen King's writing. I just can't.
He's very contrived. I'm not a Stephen King fan, if that makes sense. Some of his stories are all right. I'd like it. I like a handful of his stories, but generally I don't like him. He's a dick.
Yeah.
But his story, he's an example of something up his own backside. It's been told he's the best thing since sliced bread, for too long. But he couldn't write this series.
He couldn't. There's no way. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have it in him.
No.
In fact, he doesn't have it in him to write in a comedic way.
Oh no, he's no sense of humor whatsoever. He's a freaking dark shithead.
He is. Sorry to say
miserable
bastard.
Yeah.
You know who I love? Oh, Dean Koontz got me.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Although his conspiracy theory, I know we're going off on a tangent again, but hey, that's why we're here. This is why you tune in live, folks, because you don't know where this conversation is going to go. That spy drama he did, I don't know if you read that.
I would
Play Manchurian with me. Everyone like the busy installing Manchurian candidates all over the show and the secret worldwide cabal.
Oh, maybe I haven't read it.
I can't remember her, but the main actress, the main character, I forget her name, but it's like a 5-book series, and it's very, very strange.
No, I haven't read that. Oh,
it's completely different from it. Like, his normal stuff's like supernatural and
creatures and lots of different things. Yeah.
God, none of his books anymore. I used to have a load of them, but
God, yes. Even Funhouse, that's old school, but still.
That's the one about the incestuous circus, wasn't it? Yes.
Right.
How that turned out. That was a bit twisted at the end.
Yes.
When they reveal when comes looking for his daughter.
Yeah. That's why I love it. That's why I love him. He's just exactly. There's so many great stories. Yeah. So. Sorry, Stephen King, but okay, they've adapted his movies quite well. Misery. Who didn't love Misery?
Yeah.
And
It's hit or miss. But then you've got Maximum Overdrive.
Right.
You've got other ones that are just absolute
Tommy
stinkers. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, there's as many hits, there's just as many misses, but that's
So he makes big, huge books, and then people try to pull things out of it to make into a film, and then it ends up not being quite what it actually ends up being better than the book.
And he throws a hissy fit. Yep.
Yes, and he throws them. Yeah, that's right.
Like The Shining, as an example.
Yep, probably.
And then he'll do it himself, but he made his miniseries. It was absolutely god awful.
Yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah. So you're right. Short films are easier to make into. You can blow it up into a feature film as well, because you can add in different characters, and of course you have to get the permission of the author whether or not you can do that sort of stuff. But I just think that when people write a short story, they do it the way that these episodes are done in Wellington Paranormal, and that's just a beginning, middle, and an end. And everything's just in there, and then we'll get rid of that one and we'll start another one for another episode, and every episode is different, completely different, except for the MOs, like the briefing and
but you need that bit of consistency, I think, because it's following a day in the life. It's a documentary following a day in the life, so it's like what I've got today, so that but they still flip it about. Like, we've had Maaka turn up in his pajamas randomly. The thing today in this one about the donuts. It's it's all just, it can be the same but different every time, and that's cool. But you at least know where it's starting. And then of course we finish off those two. Just they put them on desk duty because they can't go out in the field anymore because they're zombies, and you're just like. I've worked in those departments. Now it makes sense.
Did they have muzzles on?
Sometimes I wish they bloody gag them and they wouldn't speak.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
There's a reason why I've done so many, just gone into so many different fields and different jobs, because I started off in the civil service and that sort of environment. And I just looked at the next 30 years of my life and I went, no, I can't. This is going to kill me.
Yeah.
Like, they're brain dead. Like, they're proper, like, there's nothing there. You can't have a conversation with them. There's nothing, no rapport with them. There's no spark about them.
No. There's no joking. They've got microchips in them.
I obviously didn't accept the programming because
when
they tried to install it in me, it obviously shorted out because I just couldn't. But yeah, it's all fun. And then that was good. Flip side, we've went most of this about one episode, bloody hell.
Yeah, I know.
But it was my favourite one. I was just, there was so much in it. It was my favourite one, I have to say.
Yes, mine too.
And then we get Taniwha, which is just proper monster movie.
Yes, oh my god. That was really well done, I have to say. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll start off. It's not a briefing room. It's Maaka in the office, and then Parker comes in. And he's like, "What are you doing in my secret office? You're not meant to know about my secret office."
Everybody knows about your secret
Everybody
office.
knows about the secret office. Like, everyone's just pretending to look away when you can just see. Do you remember I made that observation before about the joke of everyone sitting there while he's right there, and they just sort of turn their heads, pretending they don't see, because it's like patting him in the head, going, "Yeah, he's a bit simple. Just let him have his thing, and we have a quiet life."
Oh my god, I know. Yeah, definitely. Oh, he's classic. Or Parker, hey? Parker. Yeah. He wants friends. He wants to be in.
Yeah, he wants to be in the group.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Yeah, goes back, and we've got a missing Mazda and car, and then missing people, and the entire department gets sent out for the car. And everyone's like, "This doesn't make sense.
It's not even."
Yeah.
There's no equality there.
Yeah. And Maaka just goes, "Meh," off you go.
Yeah.
Which is the correct answer when somebody says about equality. Just off you go.
Yep.
Because that's not what they're.
Yep.
The minute you say, "Oh, okay," then it's never enough, and just you end up losing muppets in your life.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just like, "How'd you go?"
Yep. Not gonna listen to shit.
What was it about? What was the beast reference? That was they were trying not to say beast, wasn't it?
Yes, they're trying.
Did
the
you
B
say
word?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? I didn't get that bit.
That's what I mean. This is where I think they're making subtle jokes about today's culture, which all started. It all just went mad in 2016, and they're sort of off the back of that, going, "This is stupid." Before they got clamped down, I think if they had made this show a year later, they wouldn't be able to make these jokes.
No. But I get it now.
They're making fun of the baby language that got imposed by the Twitter mob.
Yes, you're right.
The B word, the A word, the F word. You know what I mean? Just that, and everyone's talking, I guess, and being so careful about what they say that they're actually not saying anything. And then they get cancelled anyway, because if the mob decides they want to cancel you, they do it. And there's nothing you can do, so you may as well just friggin' go out as a goat rather than a lamb.
Yeah, that's right. Yes, I get it now. Oh,
there's this one. I remember back in the day, some of YouTubers, and it was actually painful listening to them.
Why?
Because they're just being so careful about every word. It's like, well, fucking don't bother getting on then.
Oh,
if you can't speak And if you're dodging around and not actually saying anything, you're actually giving me a headache, trying to fill in the gaps in my own head of what you're not saying. Like, just shut up.
They still do it now.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. And I'm just like, you're beeping out every second word. Why are you swearing then? You know, why don't you just, why swear if you're going to have to beep out? Because I can't hear what the hell you're saying, you know. And it's just all such PC bullshit that everyone has to watch what they're going to say, you know. But really, you should be able to say whatever you want, so long as you're not being a fascist, racist prick, you know. Bloody hell.
So you don't go, right, folks, you need to march and stick these people in the ovens because we don't like them. That's where you're crossing the line.
Yeah, right.
But everybody with 2 functioning brain cells knows that.
We should be able to joke about anything. It's just ridiculous.
It's some of the people have climbed onto this channel and you said this, or somebody's like, stop swearing, and I just write back, no. End the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't do it. I just speak how I speak. And if I'm passionate about something, I'm going to use swear words because that's the appropriate language at the time. Particularly if I'm talking about something like Ridley Scott, I'm going to swear a lot because I hate him.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's an absolute prat. He's an idiot. And I don't mince my words. But at the same time, if I was like that all the time, I couldn't actually hold conversation. So you have to know yourself when's the difference. It's called being an adult.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But
I think that's what they're doing with us, and we're seeing a bit more. They're making fun of this culture, and they're bringing it in like we don't use the Z word. You know, what I mean, it's a subtle sort of jab at the morons because any comedian knows that under a totalitarian regime, comedy's the first to go.
Yeah, it is.
And we've seen it happen.
Yep.
And we've seen it happen in your country as well, and it's happening here right now. It's freaking frightening what's going on.
Really?
You say the wrong word and you're going to go in the clink. Yeah, right, okay.
And you're cancelled and you're blacklisted and oh my God, you know, you're not allowed to have a past because if that gets brought up, then you lose your, you know, standards. And it's just like, oh my God. But then
2 years later, what was said back then is not acceptable because, you know, it's just, you can't play that game.
It's like a diet fad, you know, everyone's on the kilo or whatever the hell, whatever, and then next year they're on this diet. It's the same thing.
Do you know what I put most weight on is, you know, when it comes into dad season in the office?
Oh.
And you've all the minis going on about me. Well, I just go out and I buy cream buns. I automatically go, well, guess what I'm having for my break? Because I just get burnt out listening to it. And it's like, do you know what? Just go and do a freaking run and shut up and stop talking about food every 2 minutes. And guess what? You'll not be fat because if you're talking about food every 2 minutes, guess what? You're thinking about eating. So you're making it worse for yourself.
Yeah.
And I guarantee, because funny enough, the people that are talking about never seem to lose any weight. Where I've always been a thing with my weight. If I decide I'm going to lose weight, I go and do it. And I'll 6 months, I'm on the treadmill, I'm out running, and then I get bored, and then a month later I put it all back on because, you know, I get bored doing a thing. Because fitness people bore the shit out of me. If you want to lose your will to live, go to a gym. All the meathead, you know what I mean? Hang about with a bunch of meatheads and you just give up.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, they're subtly all that sort of culture. These guys are poking fun at, and I love it.
Yeah.
Because
and they get away with it, which is awesome.
Yeah.
We need more of these sorts of people, you know, who just I don't know. But then it changed, didn't it, back then? And then everyone got on the bandwagon, and oh my God, and then
and now everyone wonders why they're angry now. All the time.
Well, why the world? Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's lonely and pissed off and isolated and just ready for throwing themselves off bridges and then throwing underwater. Well, maybe because you stop laughing and you stop talking to people.
Exactly. Work it out. You know,
we're a social animal.
Too. Yeah. Oh, I don't know.
That's
It's a scary time. It's a scary time now, but far out. These things you can do, like watch gems like this that lighten you and give you a bit of, spirit and happiness and happy bubbles,
yeah.
it doesn't always have to be hack and slash and death and destruction and oh God, just find your bliss. Just be happy.
Yeah, uh it's almost coincidence that would bring this up. You know what I mean? That we're looking at this series now, considering how daft the world's become. And it's just a wee bit of light of yesteryear, and it's less than 10 years old, and it's like, almost like a golden age of comedy. You're like,
I know. I know, right? There's nothing like this being made at the moment.
Oh God,
There's
we can be allowed. Everything's sanitized.
Yeah. Yeah.
And boring, and just doesn't. I don't laugh at comedy anymore because it's not funny.
No,
and then I'm starting to think, have I forgotten how to laugh?
Oh,
do you know what I mean?
no.
Because you start going, this isn't funny, this isn't funny. Hold on, if I become a miserable bastard, then I'm afraid to laugh.
Yeah.
And then I watch stuff like this, and like, no, it's just this shit isn't funny. This is.
Yep, that's right. That's exactly right. It's not. It's got nothing to do with us. It's the content that's coming out. Yep.
And then everybody I've spoken to loves this series.
Yeah.
I've yet to meet someone who I've spoken to and went, oh, I hated that. No, everyone who's watched this loved it. So
yeah, good.
Obviously not alone. So that gives you a wee bit of heart of, well, people are being absolutely stupid. At least you can find your bliss, as you said, and find people to talk to you about it. And then the world isn't as bad and you can carry on.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Especially as a creator, you need that. You need to not be beaten down.
No, God. No, it's not fair. It's not fair on us at all. But a few might have ruined it for us, but we don't deserve that. We should be able to write whatever the hell we want to write.
Yeah, but you do. You write whatever you want and you crack on. You don't let them frigging stop you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Yeah. Foxtrot Oscar. Do one. Yeah. That's my message. Those sort of people, you miserable bastards. You get a grip.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't always have to be doom and gloom and, no.
We'll find out why Parker isn't on the squad, by the way. And then maybe O'Leary and Minogue aren't as incompetent as we think.
But he's the brains. He's the brains, isn't he, Parker?
Is he though?
Really well, in a way he is, because he clicks onto things, right? I think he might be the brains behind it all. He's helped to solve some problems. So I don't know. I hope he does end up with them.
Maybe he's book intelligent. He's got the brains but no common sense, because he's on the stakeout and he brings his pajamas and his tent and his sleeping bag.
Oh yeah, but Mummy would have packed his baggie, overnight baggie,
And whenever he says to the camera crew, would you mind doing the watch while I get my head down? Hold on a minute, are the camera crew sitting with a sleeping bag or anything? They're standing out in the bloody cold with the camera. And it's once again, it's that breaking the fourth wall of acknowledging the camera crew being there.
Yes.
Which I like the fact that this is what this show does better than What We Do in the Shadows, is it acknowledges the existence of the camera crew a bit more and involves them. That
way more. Yep.
Like the werewolf episode, the camera crew were having to scramble up the trees as well, and they were just as much danger. Where I feel like with What We Do in the Shadows, they make a joke about the camera crew being there, but they're never they're not part of the story. Where this is, oh, shit's going sideways, you just have to get out of here too. Or, I'm waiting for one of the crew to get grabbed at some point, because it would make sense.
Yeah. They did really well in this one, actually, because they did involve the camera team quite a lot in this one and actually asked questions. That was really good. So I've clicked on to the fact that they're using two different camera crews. So they had left one with Parker and then they took one with them. Yeah. So, because I was a bit muddled the last time we did a review on this because of the camera, but now I've realized there's 2 different camera crews.
Yeah, but they've kind of they brought that in. Maybe they've realized they didn't mention it, so now they have.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Once again, it's those details.
Yeah.
Stupid little details that can take you out of a series or a show.
Yeah.
By putting those little details in, you're there, you're with them.
Yeah.
And then when they do the crazy supernatural stuff, you kind of go along with it because they've set all the reality, they've grounded reality, so you can accept the fantastical sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's become my phrase, by the way. I don't know how I came up with that, but that's like my phrase now. Was ground the reality before you accept the fantastical in a story. Because if you don't, you're all over the place. You have nothing to hold on to or to understand why something. If everybody can fly, then a flying beast doesn't make a difference. But if nobody can fly and somebody can, it's magic. You know, it's
Yep, you're right.
So the fact of 2 camera crews and, you know, they're involved and they're just about danger, that's all cool. Because then, it feels like a documentary then.
Yes. It really did. Especially when O'Leary talks and Minogue, that when they talk to the camera and they're all very stoic and all that at the end of their episodes and shit like that. I think, it's really good. Really well
done.
Because
they're 100% expecting that to be cut out.
Yes.
So what this all is, it's the pre-edit. So this would be the TV show, but we're actually seeing a bit more because they're there. And
that's right.
Obviously, if this was to become, you know, it's a 25-minute show, but it's basically they're the equivalent of like the 24 hours worth of filming to make an hour episode. You know, that's what they're done. So they're breaking the fourth wall of the bits in between what would be edited. So when they're talking to the camera crew, of course that would be edited out. And you wouldn't see that in the actual show.
No, exactly. So
it's a Drosky effect if we're watching the camera crew, watching the police department as they're making a documentary. So it's, you know, we're like 3 layers in watching this.
Yes. That's right. Brilliant.
And once you twig on that, you're on board. You're like, this is brilliant. You know, it's...
Yeah. Why can't people make more like this, you know?
Creativity died along the road. That's why we're...
Yes.
That's why we're pushing to flip and bring it back and trying to champion who we can and encourage those, because you can't rely on the big corporations.
Not very many.
Don't be afraid to do it.
Yeah, exactly. No, just brilliant.
I have a feeling we'll meet Captain Quinn, and I hope we'll meet him again. He was brilliant.
He was cool.
But
I like him, yeah.
I just got the impression that the maritime unit was basically, we can't sack him. We need to get him out of the way. We can't have him in the main police force. On your boat, son. You're the maritime unit. As in, oh, thank goodness, don't have to deal with that lunatic.
Yeah, he's a bit of a weird one. But I liked his character. I liked the, a real lightness to it. But he was trying to make, I don't know, his stories were ridiculous. You're expecting something majorly awesome to happen, and it's just like, oh no, this happened. And it's like dead flat silence.
Yeah, but once again, it's a parody, it's a comedy of the police force, so it's like, it's police academy sort of thing. That's how the hell these people ever solve crimes. Even if the perpetrator walked in and handed themselves in, they'd muck it up and set them free.
Yeah,
you know, it's that sort of, you know, slapstick style of comedy, which I'm all aboard. So Captain Quinn turned out to be an absolute buffoon, despite the initial
and I think
looking.
You're right, he was sent there. He's done something bad, lost an arm, and he's ended up maritime.
You go out in the boat. That's the only place we can put you. Keep you out of the way.
Or we're sending you to Australia. It's either the boat or Australia.
Brilliant. And then that's right. We meet the guy nicking our. What's the law? I need to ask you about that, because we meet Baron, and he's out. The fisherman.
Yeah.
They didn't call him. That's I know I've seen him from another show, and he's out collecting oysters. Is there a law or something? I didn't quite get that. Is this a Kiwi thing?
Yes, it is.
What is the law? Or what it's...
So it's the law is okay. So it's a quota system.
Mm-hmm.
So you're only allowed to take a certain amount of power. You're only allowed to take a certain amount of kinna, crayfish. There's a size limit, snapper, all those wonderful, yummy seafood stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a quota. So we've got the Ministry of Maritime and Agriculture or something, and they go around and they pull boats over and they see what they've got, because a lot of them will go out there. So there's a quota system. So a lot of people will go out there and overfish, which means that area is going to die out eventually. So they do spot checks, and
we have the problem over here with super trawlers.
Right.
So basically, these are like cities. They're mainly from Holland, and they've been given the license to fish our shores, and they just go around. They just hoover everything up.
Bottom trawling
under EU regulations. They're just allowed to go and do it, and never change the law. And they're still doing it. And meanwhile, local fishers aren't making a living.
They're not making a living.
And then the same people talk about the environment.
Yeah.
Yet they'll happily decimate. It's called animal husbandry. Anyone that ever hunts or fishes understands animal husbandry.
Right.
And that's what it's basically. If you're going out deer hunting, well, guess what? You don't shoot all the females. You don't shoot the babies. You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly.
You don't shoot the young. You shoot the big old buck who's done his business 100 times. That's what you go. You only go out of certain seasons. That's why you have pheasant season, grouse season, duck season.
That season, yeah.
That's
right.
Same with there are laws here for the fisheries, but it doesn't. It's not being applied.
Well, ours had to be applied because we were running out of fish. Mm-hmm. We were running out of crayfish and power and overfishing, and then people would come down and they'd wipe out an area and go and sell it at the market. Mm-hmm. Even though they just caught it, they go and sell it for exuberant prices, and we were running out of stuff. So they decided, well, but if you're part Māori, you're allowed a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure. Yeah, it's a bit of an iffy situation, but yeah, it's a thing. So I don't know why they didn't say something when they went up to talk to him, Byron.
Yeah, they just called him the fisherman, but his name's Byron. He's he's a Kiwi comedian, and he's in a show I watch called Viva la Dirt League, and it's they do like sketch comedy, and he's actually a funny guy. He plays some brilliant characters in it.
I loved his character in this. He was so blasé, like.
And he's trying to hide the bags of oysters, and kind of knew there was something going on there.
Oh God! And the cops didn't even two. That's oh my God. That is just not right what he did. But the cops they just didn't care. It's like, oh no, it's not our job. We're not maritime or with the Ministry of Fisheries. No, you can do whatever you want. But he didn't even answer any of their questions. I thought he was quite cool, actually. He's a cool dude. Very aloof.
He's just being awkward, which you get what do you call them? The sovereign citizens that are just pain in the arse.
Sovereign citizens. Only Americans have those.
There's idiots doing that over here.
No, they're not, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Right, see this finger. Right, see from hitting block. Don't want to see that. Don't want to see that. Don't want to see that. Piss off. Could you get bombarded with all this shit? And there's people doing that over here now. And you're just and they're going with their cameras up the police stations and even did it in Northern Ireland. It's like fucking Tony. They only do it when it's a PSNI. They wouldn't have done it with the RUC because they've got freaking a couple of rounds in them. They're just dickhead going around Newry area, and he's winding people up. And
he's been watching too much American YouTube.
Yeah,
because that's what they do. They go into the police stations and they're like, I pay for your wages. I pay for this building, so I'm allowed to go around and take photos of all the, And it's like, dude, it's a police station.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
And I think Barron was kind of taking the piss out of that.
He was, totally.
Once again, he's taking the piss out of that. I'm a sovereign citizen. You don't tell me what to do, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's why I could never be a police officer.
Yeah, no.
He would not have a skull.
I'd want to shoot everybody.
I would just be. I couldn't even.
Don't say that out loud.
I lasted a year as a doorman, and I became teetotal for 2 years after that because I was completely disgusted.
God,
I just don't have patience for it. I don't tolerate fools. Can't do it. No interest.
No.
So I can't be like in a public facing anything because I just can't deal with morons. And people like he's playing a parody of it, but there's people like that, and you see them all the time.
Yep.
There's the whole fishing thing. Have you ever seen that? The ones on Facebook, I think it's mainly Facebook, the Facebook Reels or what that pop up. So they know that there's like a Karen or something, that they know there's somebody they're going to antagonize, so they're going to deliberately fish there to get them to come over to them, and the way and you're just like,
oh yes,
you sad bastard,
Oh,
if I had to do that shit to get subscribers, I wouldn't bother.
No.
If I had to be that outwardly antagonistic and just doing that to get attention, I'd sooner not bother. It's crap.
It's not even productive.
No.
I mean, not doing anything, you're only causing shit. And because I watch a lot of Karen's videos because I just find them so hilarious. I just
scratch my head and go, why are you still alive?
I know, but I love watching them because it's just like, you guys are just, how have you made it this far in life? And it's just, I don't know, seeing a different side of human behavior, and it's just so classic. Yeah.
God, I remember when I worked for the railway, we would all basically pitch in when it came to a big concert. So usually a big concert, and then obviously manage the crowds on and off the trains and stuff. Yeah. Everyone else would hide behind the barrier. And I just go and stand in the middle of the bloody crowd and talk to them. I never got any hassle.
Wow. See, that's
and
the sort
people
of
that were hiding behind the barrier, me. Why is it doing it? Well, this is right. And you freaking have radios, so you can freaking hear stuff going on anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I just step out in the middle and just talk to people. Signal failure. Yeah, it's going to be. Well, they're getting that fix. It's on its way. Right. Next one. Okay, it's coming out. Right, folks. I need just and I'd sort of just get in. Right. If you just step back from here, just to let the first lot on, then we'll get it happening. And freaking it, it's not hard. There's only one idiot ever tried to start shit with me, and I'm like, well, do you want a refund for your ticket? And you can go and get a text or something. No, I'm like, well, what do you want? And when you're there talking to somebody face to face, well, what actually do you want?
Yeah.
And you realize that they're just trying to start shit for the sake of it.
Yep.
And I'm just like, nah, I don't play that game.
Yep. Don't buy into it. Exactly.
But yeah, Baron, he's part of that sort of character. He's just making fun of them, and I got it, and I was in stitches because I'm just like,
yeah, me too.
And then we'll meet them later on because they're all getting captured. We'll find all the missing people. They're all in the cave. It was very Aliens, wasn't it?
It was, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It was very well done. And they had, God blimey, they're the Prime Minister, our ex-Prime Minister. Yeah. God. Oh, my God, that was awesome. When they mentioned Guildford being there, I thought, it wouldn't be the real. It's not Clark Guildford, no. And it was. I was pissing myself laughing. I was like, "Oh my God, that's so cool." He played a part in the film. Yeah, awesome.
It used to be like I don't want to. Obviously, we're not talking about politics, but just the state of it, the way it's got so ridiculous.
It's shocking.
Like there's less zealous religions out there than politics.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I just hate the way it's got that way. It's fucking. I can't be honest. That's why I just don't talk about it at all. And I'd shut anyone down. Anyone who comes on and tries to start it, I'm like, nope, not doing it.
Because half the shit we read's false anyway, you know?
It's all people freaking twisting and spinning and stuff. You don't know.
Yeah.
You just better just going, do you know what? I'll never read the initial headlines of something. Give it a week.
Yeah. Exactly.
Never read the initial headlines of anything, because everyone's
Yeah.
wanting you to believe one thing or the other. You give it a week, and then when people are bored, it's not the sensation anymore. Then you might find out if you're interested, because 9 times out of 10, it's nothing affecting your life.
No, exactly. It's not. No.
I'm finding that out with entertainment news. Obviously I do every day. I've got a news article comes out, and half the articles I read, in fact, the ones that make it, because sometimes I'll just stop reading something and stop recording because it's an absolute crap article. So the ones I like glean through, get annoyed.
Yeah.
It's just fluff about nothing. They'll put a clickbait title, and then the article's nothing to do with the title, and I just start reading and go, nah. And even I've read some of the ones that are like that just to show that I do get them, but it drives me mental.
But I don't understand. Yeah, where have all the actors gone? They've all disappeared. Did aliens take them?
And they're getting replaced by AI.
They must be.
Oh, there's another strike.
No, what? Who? Writers or actors?
Yeah, they're the actors in the gaming sphere or something. That's the same union. They're striking again. So we have another 2 years of horror movies, because that's all it's going to be able to make money. So stand by. I can't keep up as it is. I predicted. Do you remember I predicted at the beginning of the strike? I'm saying it's all going to be horror movies next year, guaranteed.
Yeah.
Do you remember I said in 2023 it's all going to be horror movies because it's the only thing that can make quickly? And I cannot keep up. I honestly can't keep up with all the releases.
It's great, isn't it?
It's great and it's bad at the same time, because it's like, I'm like falling behind. I just feel myself falling behind. Like I'm 3 or 4 movies down, and there's another one come out, Trap or something. I haven't,
right.
The name like Shiny Bum one, but I'm like, I'm already 4 movies behind. I'm not even going to touch that.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah,
there's
funny.
quite a lot out there.
But yeah, how's on? But these guys are just did it brilliantly, and the arm gag. Do you remember the blood gag went on too long?
Yes, that's right. It did.
It's almost like they reevaluated and went, well, we could do it the same way, or we just have the right length. And from finding the arm to putting it in the box, turned out to be Baron's arm.
Yes.
And even the tattoo joke.
It that way. Yeah.
It was just the right length.
It was. Not like the Because at first I thought, is that the arm of the captain? Is that, because he didn't explain how he lost his arm. So, but then because of the pacing of that, I clicked that, it's actually Byron's arm. So they did that really, really well quickly, which was quite good. So yeah, maybe they learnt their lesson.
Yeah, it seems to be they're reviewing the episodes and they're going before the next one. Oh, well, that went on a bit too long, and they're actually being critical and they're improving. Like I'm seeing an improvement with these episodes, not special effects or anything, or because they're doing the special effects well and they've done it from the start. That level's the same, but they're tightening up the gags and the writing style. And it's like they've found their pattern now, and they're like, okay, that gag went on a bit too long. Maybe we'll dial it back for the next one. That went on a bit, or that was a bit on the knuckle, or didn't land. We'll pull it back. We'll bring in new characters.
Absolutely.
We'll bring more of the police station into the mix now, rather than just Minogue and O'Leary going out and finding new characters. We'll do a bit of that.
Yeah. That's great. It's great. It is.
There was a line in this I meant to ask you about it, O'Leary, when they're on the beach, and I know it's a Jaws joke, playing on we're going to need a bigger boat. And I mean, I rewinded this and I played this about 6 times, and I can't get that last word she said. She said, we're going to need a bigger, and I can't make out that last word.
You can't make it out?
No. What did she say?
Didn't she say boat?
Boat? Did she actually say boat? I thought she said something else.
Didn't someone else talk over her?
Something happened. I missed the last word.
Something happened that it was supposed to be Yeah, I get what you say. I'm actually not too
They're
sure.
parodying the Jaws movie. You know what I mean? They're parodying Jaws. We're going to need a bigger boat. But I could swear that she did not say boat. And I've rewound that about, honestly, 6 times. But, and I just can't pick the word out.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to go back and have a look and tell you what it is.
Yeah, you'll have to. We'll put it in the comments after the fact. Brian will tune in after the fact. But I couldn't make it out. And I knew what the joke was. So I was still able to laugh. But it just annoyed me that I didn't hear what she said. Because she didn't say, I don't think she said boat. She said something else. And I just can't hear it.
I know she said something, but I know she was interrupted as well. So
and she stepped just that wee bit away from the mic as she said it.
Yeah.
And it got warbled.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go back and have a look. I should be able to decipher her language. Oh, don't you watch with subtitles?
No.
Oh.
Only if it's a foreign language.
Oh God, really? I can't watch a film without watching subtitals.
No, because
otherwise,
once again, usually the people that do subtitles dumb-yankify things.
Oh yeah, I know that they're not.
And I just can't. That just annoys me. So I usually when they do the closed captions and stuff, they'll mess up it, and I don't want the beige generic language. I want things as they're said.
Right. Well, I use it as a tool to know who's saying what, whose name, what their names are. And because I've noticed over the last few years, the sound in our TV qualities have gone different.
Because they want you to buy the soundbar.
They do, right?
They're deliberately making the TV shit so you buy the soundbar underneath.
Bastards. Yeah. So the music's louder than the speaking now.
Oh God, that's when I first got my TV, the one I have now. I was constantly fiddling about the settings because I was sick and tired of the music overblurring the speech.
That's right.
And it going way up, and I'm sitting doing all the different settings for cinematic speed, and I finally got it where I could watch it because most of the stuff I was sitting on this through the earphones because my TV winds me up.
Yeah, right.
Because it does that, but I got the settings that I can actually watch movies now. But for the first 2 months, I just couldn't watch anything on it because it really annoyed me.
I don't know what they've done.
They want you to buy the soundbar, so they're making them deliberately bad, so you buy the extra bits of equipment. It's all. See, the whole idea of making a better product. God, we're getting loads of tangents tonight. This has become like a general talk show.
I forgot we're even on fucking YouTube, actually.
Yeah, I don't care, you know that.
No, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, the idea of making the best product to make people excited is gone. It's all about ripping people off now and treating them like absolute chumps.
I know. I just couldn't believe it. It's just like we had to buy a bloody surround sound system, otherwise we couldn't hear the TV. Otherwise you have to put it up to 80 and what, you're going to blow bloody... Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like when the music comes on, it's really loud, but the talking's really slow. And then when an ad comes on, it's like boom.
Boom. Right in your face.
Turn the volume down, turn it up, turn it down. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
so
it becomes exhausting watching TV thing. And plus, if I put mine up too loud, it annoys the birds. Which
yeah, true.
So certain things they'll just start squawking and that's it. I hear nothing.
Yeah.
There's times I have to leave the room. See when those two bloody start, I have to leave the room.
Oh
no. Well, cockatiels are actually louder than Amazon greys and stuff. They're actually one of the loudest parrots.
Oh my god!
So when those two start, that's it. I have to leave them to it and walk out because it's bong bong, just proper bouncing off the head.
Oh my god, they're so cute. It's adorable.
I'll never forget flipping. I was watching The Witch.
Yeah.
And the flipping scene with the raven.
Yeah.
Flipping Sparky's up on top and he's thinking he's fighting the thing. And Sparky's up giving it the and he's about that size, you know what I mean? And even on the TV, he wouldn't last 5 minutes. He's hard of a line, you know, he's all, I'm gonna take you on. Like, mate, you wouldn't last a minute.
Oh,
They make me laugh. They do. But yeah, no, it's all designed that you have to buy the extra equipment to hear your TV. It's all designed to rip you off and stuff, and it's just
yeah,
stupid.
Yeah, so I need to use the subtitles, otherwise I miss words. So I'll go back and I'll find out what she said, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
it's just annoying me because I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
And I don't think if she said boat, fair enough. But I know what the gag was.
yeah. So
But I could have sworn she maybe said something else, so it wasn't that line.
She might have, yeah.
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 And then Parker goes missing, and that's his, where the hell did Maaka? He just happened to be carrying this flute with him for whatever he does.
I know. All right. The Māori flute. He pulls a lot of things out of his pockets, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's just full. I don't know what the term is, because he's not playing the straight man. That's O'Leary's job.
Yeah.
But he's like the comic relief. He'll bring some random, gag thing to it, or he came in with his waders on, but he won't get in the river, or he won't get in the sea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
yeah.
Minogue gets in, but then he won't save somebody because it's cold. It's all that sort of stuff.
Yes, I know.
That's his sort of job. Like every time he turns up with some daft thing.
Yes, and he turns up at the most unexpected times too, like right outside the window, or somewhere really random. And it's I like that. He's just sort of there. You turn around and he's like, "Oh my god!"
Probably has a term for that type of character, but I can't for like me. We're not turning this into a beard stroking section. Me. When they're using this technique, me. That would be fun, wouldn't it? As all the ones of people watching go into comas.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just decides to have a ceremony for no reason for Parker, who turns out went to his mum's because it was too cold.
It was too cold. Oh my god! I know, and his camera crew. What about that? The camera crew.
They were still standing there. He just left them.
I know.
They didn't even get a tent.
They're like, "Oh, it doesn't matter. We didn't really know them anyway. We didn't even know their names. They're just the camera crew." It's like, oh my god!
In front of the other camera crew.
In front,
I like the fact that, like I said, the fact they're involved and they're acknowledging the fact there's a camera crew and just involving them as part of the story is cool.
Yeah, it is. It's really, really cool. The Taniwha's at the end. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that. I'm glad they blurred it out.
Yeah, but they did that as well with the corn aliens as well. You know what I mean? The blurred out just as comedic effect. But yeah, we thought we were going to get like a Godzilla type fight, and then it's like, no, it's not that. And then they're like, yes, and we've been watching them have relations for a while. I don't know how much longer we're going to have to watch them having relations for, but that the public display of affection that goes on a bit too long, and people are like,
yeah.
Another work story.
So what I noticed about this episode is there wasn't so much action in it as such. I think they used a lot of the budget maybe for this one on the CGI of the Taniwha.
Oh god, remember they're looking at that was hilarious as well. They're on the boat. And Maaka's like, "Oh, this is the best thing. This is this is history in motion looking at it on a thing." And it's right outside their window. And he's too busy taking a photo of the blip on the radar.
Oh my god. Oh, I know. Ridiculous. But they made the Taniwha look quite scary. Yeah, they did really well.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. The standards of the effects has been the same throughout this. They're really good with the effects, even from the first episode.
Yeah.
But what they've done is they've done the important thing. They've tightened up the storytelling.
Yes.
So the storytelling's actually gotten better, which once again we can contrast the same level of special effects on the first episode to now, and we're actually seeing that they're tighten up the important things, which once again, I feel like I preach sometimes on this channel, but if you get the storytelling right, everything else falls into place. If people are engaged with the story and the characters, they'll forgive hokey effects. They'll forgive this and that happening.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh, flip. Chat's getting busy again. There's Andy on. How are you, buddy?
Hello.
And there's old parrot. Yep. Good to see you. We'll have a parrot in this one too. You'd relate. Captain Quinn. You'd relate to this one. But yeah, brilliant episode. A lot of fun. But the zombies one's just my favorite, I think, because of the character interaction.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
But this one's right up there.
Yeah. Yep. Had some good ones.
Yeah.
Good lines, good funny, good fun.
And of course, this is the first episode of season 2. So that's a good thing to bring up, actually. Zombie Cops was the last episode of season 1, and this is the first of season 2. So they've obviously had a bit of time. They've reflected over.
Yep.
Now it's fallen into place because we're just boom, 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 one after the other.
That's right.
They've obviously had time to reflect on what went right and what went wrong with season 1, and now they've come back in with season 2, and they've brought up their game.
Yep, they've upped their game. They've tightened things up. Excellent. Yeah. So yeah, there must have been a big break in between, and they've just had a little talk about it, and
Which is, you know yourself as a creator, you want to do that. You want to be better the next time around, and look at what went right and what went wrong, and then always try to improve.
Yeah, absolutely. Otherwise, it could have become quite stale, but they've amped it up again. Yeah, so it's nice.
So that's cool. And then finally, Fear the Briannas.
Oh my goodness. So that right at the very beginning that's my dairy. That's where I go. My dairy, right around the corner. Yeah.
You need to do a video series. Seriously, on your channel. Start doing a video series, and
I plan it, and then something happens, and it's like, so because there's all I mean, seriously, it's just at the end of my street, and it's just like, oh my god, that's so cool. They were at my shop, and it's just like, oh my god, O'Leary and Minogue were in my dairy, and it's just like, and that dairy man's still there as well. He's not an actor, he's actually the dairy man. So it's kind of cool how they've gone in. Like they've gone in and said, hey, do you want to act in a film, for 5 minutes,
And obviously we'll advertise your shop too. Why not?
Which they did.
That's what I'm getting from this series. The sense of community, of people just coming together to make something. I really get that feeling. It's not corporate. I don't get a big, this is a corporate thing of what we think a mockumentary should be, blah. It's not beige and sterile. It's actually got that edge to it, and in jokes and like friendly banter, which I could believe actually happening in the station and between people. They called in a robbery, and they're basically disbelieving from start. What do you mean Chip's got it stolen? Did you eat them accidentally? And really interrogating him as if
I know.
What the hell?
That's so cool. That poor dude having to explain about the chippies. Oh no. Then they got to see it for themselves. Oh my goodness. That was so classic.
I think this episode has the best effects.
Wow.
I think this one has they've really went effects heavy for this episode, because like, even a little thing like the bag of crisps just going floating in the air and stuff, and them chasing after them, and or chippies. I like that because we would call a fish and chip shop chippy. So it's interesting here. And once again, we don't want that beige bloody. I like hearing different terms and inflections that people use. That's why we look
good. Yes, And it's relatable to every, you watch something because you kind of like that country, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like when you see something that's different, like how we pronounce chippies, or a duvet, and Australians call them blimmin' eskies and doonas and shit like that. It's really quite nice to hear the actual localized way that people talk.
Yeah, rather than generic received pronunciation, just, everything sounds the same. That's...
Yep. It's fun.
Yeah, and it brings character, because the way that, oh no, the chippies are escaping, I'm like...
Yeah. Oh,
because,
God.
especially O'Leary, because she's so deadpan when she's doing the stuff to the camera, and then when you see her break into a bit of emotion, just even briefly, it's cool.
Yep, it is.
Because then you relate to her as a proper character.
Yeah, definitely.
But, I think one of my favorite scenes is using Maaka goes to Parker for tech support.
I know. Oh my God, what a dickhead! Sorry.
I know people like this. I know people like this. I cannot.
No. What are they? 90?
Right. Zoom in. Right. Pan left. Pan right. I know fuckwits like that.
No.
And it was painful to watch because it's true.
Oh my
there
God.
are absolute muppets out there that just are that clueless, even though this technology's been around almost half my lifetime.
Oh my God.
And there's still people that are acting as if that's brand new, never.
Oh, that's just insane.
Yes.
But that was funny. Zoom in, zoom out.
Yeah.
Well, could you go and get it in half somewhere? Guess what? You just go like this. Woo, look.
Yeah. Do you know when you cringe on somebody else's behalf? You feel so bad for them that they're that hapless.
Yeah.
That's what I felt for Maaka right then.
Yeah, poor dude. Needs to sort his shit out.
Yeah. But they decide to go to the school because they recognize the uniforms. They see the three girls, the silhouettes, and go in.
Yeah. Oh, classic.
And yeah, the headmaster isn't suspicious at all.
Yeah, no, of course not. Yeah. Typical principal trying to play down everything and make sure, no, it was just a pop.
And it wasn't even the question. This is somebody with a major guilty conscience, because it wasn't even the question they asked her.
Yes.
And she said, no, it wasn't an explosion. Nobody was hurt. No. And like, you're like, okay, right, something else is going on here. Bingo.
Yeah. So they go on and have a look. Wow.
But they just breeze over the fact that the library's like exploded.
Annihilated. I know. I think they're getting too comfortable with the paranormal.
Like, they went from clueless to blasé about it.
Yeah.
They're like the grizzled veterans, aren't they? Oh, yeah, this isn't quite shit-a-meter level. This is all right.
Yeah, no, it's oh my God, the classic.
But of course, they have the dark arts section in the library because that's what you do.
The Catholic girls' school. Yeah. Right. I don't think so.
Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, just the whole thing of they were playing about in the dark arts section. Okay, right. We know what happened. We already know what the episode's about, and it's basically a piss take of the craft. And I didn't mind. It was all fun.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that was quite well done, actually. They had some really good bits in there too, with the flying books and the flying chippies and all that sort of stuff, and the girls getting picked up, and it was great.
And we see the three girls just walking about, and fair play to those wee actresses. They knocked it out of the park. They did a phenomenal job playing that. That was probably so much fun to do.
Oh, they would have loved it. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
They've went in the same coloured hair and going around in step and stuff, and they just happen to be looking in the background. It's that sort of pantomime, it's behind you, and just as you go off screen, everyone turns around. That sort of.
Yep, absolutely. And the I don't know why they made them look like Sia, but
who is Sia?
So she's a very popular singer. Mm-hmm. She's also a dancer in video clips. She has blonde hair and a streak of black, and she's wearing like leotards and she's dancing around. Anyway, it's called Chandelier is her famous song.
All right, you'll have to send me a link sometimes, because I was just like completely, huh?
Oh, once you see
Spot the nerd. It's like Spot the nerd.
Yeah,
what? Pop music? Huh? That's like when I'm doing the Sharknado series with Chris, those films are full of cameos. And even at the end credits, when they're saying who their real names are, I'm just going, I know none of these people.
I know. I've seen you. I've seen you do it. And it's like... But Chris rattles off all these names. He's like, blah, blah, blah was in this and blah, blah, blah was in that. And I'm like, I don't know half the bloody people he's talking about. I've got no idea either.
Steve does it as well. When we were doing the Hammer series, he'll talk about the actor that's been in this, that, and the other. I'm like, were they? Okay.
Oh.
Thanks, man. But then again, this is why you guys are all on to help me out, because rather than people just relying on my knowledge of, I don't do celebrities. I'm terrible with names. That's always been my thing.
Yeah.
But I'll pick up some random fact that nobody else knows about, and I'll just throw it in there, and somehow I'll know that.
Useless information,
champion here that serves no purpose whatsoever in life. That sort of stuff rattles about my brain. But yeah, outside of my friend circle, I don't know you. End of. No, that's it.
Fair enough.
That's always been me, and I don't do celebrity. I never bought into the cult of celebrity, so celebrities do not impress me in the slightest.
No. They just do their job.
That's it. That's why I don't chase. I know I do interviews and that, but I wouldn't go chasing celebrities, because at the end of the day, I'd have nothing to talk to them about. They just wouldn't fit in.
No. And we're really funny over here in New Zealand. We don't like to approach famous people. Like, we turn the other way.
No, but I mean, just to do say I was going to do interviews, I wouldn't be looking for super famous actors, because at the end of the day, I would have nothing to talk to them about. And they may don't want to do a 10-minute soundbite thing. They may want to sit down with someone and have a proper conversation.
Yeah.
And, that's what I want to do. I don't want to be like, oh, well, tell me about blah, 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 blah. I want to actually talk to somebody, and they don't talk like that. So I have no investment, or reason to actually engage.
Yeah.
So I've no interest in celebrity.
Well, you're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out on anything, knowing people's names and what they acted in, and
celebrity A buys $100,000 handbag.
Yeah.
Whoop de fucking do. I don't care.
Yep, absolutely.
Celebrity C drives around in a Lamborghini. Good for you. That's not changing my life, Annie, so I don't care.
Yeah.
Funny. But to start this whole thing as well, and I think that's what we're talking about at the start. The B word, the E word, and this word and that. And see this dumb Yankistani stuff, it's really grinding my gears. And I know they're taking a piss out of it, but it's got actually the point where people talk like that now.
I know.
Stupid baby Yank language.
It's like, oh my God, what? Millennials.
Oh, it drives me up the wall.
Millennials. My goodness.
I can't, but yeah, this whole, they started bringing up the can't say this word and that word and the other, and it's like, go away. But I think these guys are making fun of it. They're making fun of that stupid culture.
Absolutely. Especially during the spell in this episode, that was really, really well done.
Give us power to get back at those That's exactly the way teenagers would do it. Just so awkward and horrendous.
Exactly. Yep, it is exactly how they do it. Yeah. And not over here. They don't talk like that over here. We don't talk like that. It's Americans that talk like that. Yeah. So we obviously take that. They took the piss out of them because we don't actually talk like that. I've never heard a teenager talk like. I hope not. That would be really embarrassing.
Yeah, you'd be like, get a grip of yourself. Oh shit! I remember back in school. Like I hardly remember anyone from school, but this guy Darren, he went to Canada for 2 weeks in the summer.
Yeah.
And this was like 3rd year. And ever since then, he came back with an accent.
Being away
a full-on
for 2
Canadian
weeks.
accent. You're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? He left with a Northern Irish accent and he came back with a Canadian one.
That's ridiculous.
And I mean, it was permanent.
Oh, what? Oh my god.
You get kneecap for that sort of stuff.
That's insane.
It's considered high treason to lose your accent if you go away.
High treason. Oh no. Death penalty.
That's why Liam Neeson keeps a bit of it, because he knows if he comes back, he get done in. He's about as close to, going full Dom Yankistan as you'd get. It's just like, what are you doing?
Oh, I love it. I love when I hear UK blimmin', because you guys have got such a thick accent, and then but you can just, I mean, like I see, UK actors and that, and they can completely turn American. It's just amazing. I mean, do they get voice teaching or
a lot of UK actors, they start off on the stage.
Yes.
So they go through traditional. They don't just jump on. They have actually, before they even get anywhere near a TV screen, they've been on the stage for years.
Unless someone lucky like Robert Pattinson or whatever. But
I'm almost certain I'm almost certain. He went the drama. I mean, most 90% of British actors are drama trained. They're actually,
they
studied it, and they went on the stage first. That's how they get their chops. TV comes. In fact, you tend not to get into TV unless you have been through certain schools and that.
Yeah. It's just, it's phenomenal. I
regret not doing more drama.
Really?
Not doing. But then again, when I was in school, I never thought I'd be doing this.
No. Well, you don't, do you?
Didn't think I'd find myself in a bloody camera every day, talking to people.
Yeah.
Wasn't the direction of my life. I was.
No. Well, I wanted to be a cop, and that didn't work out.
Well, I was always going in the army, but my mum talked me into going to college first, so I'd have options. So I went part-time to begin with. I went to college. So I was a good little boy, and I did what I was told.
Yeah, right.
But then eventually, just like I said, a couple of years in the civil service and a few things, that was it. It was like, nah, my head's done. I need to get away. Need to fucking get away from this. This is a death. This is just a living death. So that's what I meant. But I was always my trajectory. That's what I was always going to do.
Yep. Interesting, eh? You want to do something and then you try it and you don't actually like it. It's like, people that go to law school.
I did 20 odd years, so that wasn't too bad, eh? I think I lasted all right,
You did.
But that was the only thing I sort of wanted to do, but I never thought in a million years I'd do this.
No.
But I'm thinking back now, especially when I'm doing the narrative fiction stuff, I would have liked to have went to drama class, I think, and just worked on, because anything I've done is self-taught.
Yes.
And just figuring out as I went along.
Yep.
But it would have been nice to have actually went to drama school, I think. Not even as a career, but maybe took drama a bit more seriously in school. Maybe joined a player society, amateur dramatics or something.
Yeah.
But then again, the culture I grew up in, you had to be a hard nut. You had to be tough.
Yeah.
Or I was bad enough. I was already a weirdo for reading books instead of throwing petrol bombs.
Yeah.
So I was getting the absolute melt knocked out of me all through primary school.
Oh my god.
And then I learned the problem is I learned to fight back, and then didn't stop fighting for like 20 odd years. I got to secondary school, fought with everybody. Everybody even looked at me sideways. That was it. But then we went for it. Just became an angry young man, and then finally got out of my system. But I would have liked to have had that space to maybe explore. But like, I'm even thinking now there was opportunities to do pirate radio and stuff.
Yeah,
that's all stuff I was interested in, but I never got into CB radios and that, but I never got into actual presenting and stuff. This is like a later in life thing.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I'm doing it.
Oh, well, this is what you're meant to be doing for now anyway.
Yeah, so
yeah.
But it was never even remotely on the radar.
No. Well, you're doing a phenomenal job.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate it.
Keep it up.
Getting there. Just every wee bit, like I said, trying to get better. Like this, these guys, they've really decided they're tightening up they're making them mini adventures.
Yeah,
rather than just bumbling through things, they're now making them into like little mini adventures. And this whole story, they ripped off, they're parodying the craft and that, but it's so funny.
Yeah, it is.
And it's got that New Zealand sort of flavor to it. So it's not just an American show, of the movie.
No.
It's giving it that wee bit of uniqueness to it, which really cool.
Yeah, it is.
But who was surprised when we found out O'Leary was a prefect?
Yeah. No.
Oh, there's a shock, really?
Yeah. Nerd.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she definitely would have been a prefect. Yeah. Oh, God. And I bet O'Leary, I bet Minogue didn't even pass school cert. Oh, maybe he got into the police in a bullet thing, where they have to choose someone who's not actually a police officer to be a police officer.
It was one of them lotteries. He put his name in a hat and he just got picked out.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a few jokes as well, him messing stuff up along the way, but once again, it's not overdone. They've kind of stepped back. They've done that humor in season 1. Now we're getting, they've changed it. We're getting like wee mini adventures, and we'll get the jokes, so they're not overdoing it. But they're giving Minogue's bits as well, because at the end of the day, he's the one who tears the book.
Yes. Oh.
And that was actually a cool. I've never thought. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that was an accident.
Give him his minute. Give him his moment.
He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. I was aiming for the girls, actually.
I know. Oh, he's so funny. He is. He's a dag.
Yeah, but he's still, like, you couldn't do the show without him, sort of thing.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be the same.
It wouldn't be, it wouldn't be the same. So I like his character, but they don't overdo that humor.
No.
It's so easy to do. It'd be so easy to have him being beaten on every episode and being the punching bag or the butt of the joke.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fun.
They don't do that. Now they've brought Parker in, so they can kind of spread that out. He's a different level of incompetent.
Yes, he is. Yeah. He's a by the book police officer.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah.
He ticks the boxes all the way down. Yeah, and then I just went right. Don't do dark arts, kids. But there's a really fun episodes. I'm liking season 2 already. We're 2 episodes into season 2, and I'm liking it. And I like the fact they've tidied it all up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just brilliant. It's brilliant. And so did you say there's another season as well?
I think there's a season 4. I was looking about, so I think there's either it's currently airing or it's going to air.
Ooh, cool! How cool!
And there's a season 6 of What We Do in the Shadows, and that's the final season.
Oh right! Oh wow!
So
gosh!
We're going to be doing this for a wee while.
Oh yeah. Yes, I'm stuck with you for the next 2 years now. No.
Sucks to be you.
No, these are so cool. They're cool little gems. I love them. They're funny.
Okay, I'm glad we're not just doing it one after the other, so we don't get burnt out. I like the fact that we're giving a wee bit of breathing space and then coming back around.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's working well and it's keeping it fresh.
Yeah,
and I'm not binging the whole lot. I'm not cheating. I'm going through this.
No, neither. No, I'm containing myself because I know I'd get mixed up and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, God,
so yeah, no.
Flipping Steve's like before we do the Monday thing, he's like, I've watched this film 3 times. I'm like, mate, I'm lucky if I get to watch it once just to do the notes. I don't have the because I'm like have to do it. I can't do it too far away or forget everything. You know what I mean from the episode, but I have to do it far enough that I'm not just watching it day before, so we can share the notes so we know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't have time to watch these things 3 or 4 times, so I couldn't like binge watch this and then go back.
No, me neither.
Just the way it is. So I'm enjoying the fact that I'm looking at these fresh.
Yes. For me too, because I've never watched this before, so it's just awesome. It's awesome. Yeah.
Well, there you go. That was a lot of fun. And don't forget, folks, on Dying Love, we're crowdfunding. Want to get this made into a movie. It's going to happen. It's going to be great. And obviously, as we get more details, we'll be sharing it around because that needs to happen. But we're back with What We Do in the Shadows.
Yay!
And hopefully get them in the right order. I get them in the right order this time. So it's Barnes Night Out and then 2 other ones. So need to double check.
Yep. Whatever we're up to, we've got 3.
Yep.
So yeah. Excellent.
Well,
I'll just go over my notes and have a look which ones. Yay.
Well, thanks as always. Great to have you on board. It's always a laugh.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for everyone that turned in for the chat. Great to see you. And just leaves me to say, until next time, keep updated with the channel, do the typey clicky things, and remember to keep it creepy, keep it horrific.